Most people think punching faster just means moving your hands quicker. That's not only wrong, it's the reason you've reached a plateau with your fighting skills. In this video, I'm going to show you how to punch harder and faster using some of CFA's speed training principles. Let's check it out. Whether you train for reality-based self-defense, boxing, MMA, or anything in between, this video applies to you because speed and power are not tied to any particular martial arts style. They're fighting attributes that everyone needs. Here's the truth most fighters get wrong. Punching harder is not just about raw strength or putting more weight behind the shot. It's largely about speed. Physics shows that the power in your punch comes from kinetic energy, and that energy increases with the square of your velocity. That means even a small increase in hand speed delivers a massive jump in impact force. A punch that's just 20% faster can hit more than 40% harder with the same mass behind it. That's why the fastest punchers often knock people out cold, even if they're not the biggest guys. In this video, we're gonna train exactly that. Explosive speed using CFA's principles so you can punch both harder and faster at the same time. Now, some of you guys are going to watch this and think, I don't need any of that. I just hit the speed bag, shadow box, and spar a lot. That's partial training, and partial training only gives you partial results. That's why speed looks good in the gym, but turns to crap under pressure. Before we get into the drills, you need to understand what I call the speed chain. Speed isn't one thing, it's a complete chain. And just like any chain, it's only as strong as its weakest link. There are 5 links in the speed chain. They include visual reflexes, tactile reflexes, recognition and auditory response, and movement speed. Even if one of these links are underdeveloped, your speed slows down and your punches stay slow and weak no matter how fast you think you're moving. That's exactly why I created CFA's Speed Chain Training Program, a 4-part video series designed to systematically develop every link in that chain. You can find it on my website at sammyfranco.com. And if you're a War Machine Elite member, you can now stream Volume 1 and 2 for free inside the members only section of this channel. And if you're not a member, click the join button below to check out all the different membership options we have available. Now, to give you a quick taste of how we actually train the speed chain, I'm going to show you a couple of simple but extremely effective exercises pulled directly from the program. Just understand, this is only a small glimpse of the full system.
Tim and Rich are performing a resistance punching drill that does wonders for your movement speed. There are 2 components to this drill. First, on the initiation phase of the punch, your partner should provide a slight amount of resistance against your fist. Now, on the retraction phase of the punch, your goal is to slowly resist your partner's pressure. You can perform this drill with a variety of punching techniques and for a specific amount of repetitions. Be certain, however, that when executing this drill, you pay attention to proper body mechanics. Here we go. Remember, subtlety is the key. You don't want your training partner to push too hard on the retraction phase of the punch. Likewise, you don't want him to resist too much on the extension phase of the blow.
Push out, resist it, Rich, a little bit. Okay, Tim, when he pushes it, Tim, fight it a little bit. There you go. Again. So you're developing on the extension or retraction. There you go, just a little bit. It's all subtlety. There you go. Keep it going. Lip of the legs, right? So with a good reference point, up. Up, uppercut, lift the legs, and then come back down. Twist those hips. So with a good reference point, up. There you go. Back down. So good stance right there, Tim. Try to get a good stance. Bring it up. Keep the wrist straight. Don't bend the wrist. Don't let it curve in. Good, Rich. Push it down. There you go. Good.
If you think most people get speed training wrong, wait until you see what they get wrong in self-defense. Shut Up and Learn is coming soon, and it's going to be the most controversial, no-holds-barred book ever written on martial arts, street fighting, and actual self-defense. This isn't another feel-good martial arts book. It's a straight 300-page autopsy of what actually works when the gloves come off and the bullshit stops. I break down the hard lessons, the brutal truths, and the street realities most instructors are too scared to touch, complete with step-by-step photographs that teach you exactly how to fight when it counts. If you're tired of theory and ready for the truth, this book is for you.
This is another variation of the blink negation drill, and what we're doing is the same thing, but this time Brad, the guy on the right, has gloves on, and Tim has some headgear, and what Brad's going to do is he's going to start from that 5-foot distance, and he's going to throw those shots, and then he's going to slowly work his way in to the point where he starts to get the blink reflex. And he's going to work at that point. Now the idea is ultimately Brad's going to make very light contact. He's going to actually hit Tim real light, and this is really hard for Tim because most guys will blink, reflexively blink, when contact is made with them. So this drill is a lot of control, but Tim is working on not blinking. And if Brad sees that every time he makes contact, Tim blinks, Brad will back off a little bit to where the point where he doesn't blink any longer. So you really got to find that fine line where the blinking stops and where it starts, and you have to work with it. The ultimate goal is not to blink when contact is made. So this is a blink negation drill with contact. Again, you should have a mouthpiece in, headgear, and again, it's light contact. You don't have to hit a guy hard to teach him and train him not to blink. Okay, so again, the goal is make light contact and try to get your partner, training partner, to blink. Okay, he's not blinking, which is good. So when you swing, try to swing around him, Brad. See, he's moving that eye again to it. Look straight ahead, Tim. Look right at his throat. Good, Brad, swing around. He's blinking on that. So this is good. So now you know what's causing Tim to blink, and then you work with it. And you work it, do it slow until he doesn't blink any longer, and then progressively build up the speed. Again, the key here is safety and training with a partner who's got a lot of control, a lot of finesse, and who's safety conscious. Tim and Rich are performing the advanced version of the palm-to-palm drill. This is a full contact version, so they definitely make contact. That's why they have the protective gear on. Remember, guys, you want to pause. You want to pause. You can see the intensity builds up quite a bit when they're actually making contact. Good. They're also wearing mouthpiece to protect their mouths. Again, you don't want to tee off on your partner and knock him out, but you definitely want him to have a you want there to definitely be a consequence if he doesn't defend against the attack effectively. Take your time, guys. Pause, pause, pause. I tell them to pause because what that does is it creates anticipation, which creates stress, which is good because that replicates some of the emotions that you feel in a self-defense situation. Keep that connection, guys. Good wrist grab, good counter. Good, way to disturb the balance, Rich. Good job.
Hey, we're about to get back into the video, but let me ask you something. Do you want to legitimately accelerate your self-defense skills? And are you sick of clickbait videos teaching absolute garbage? Or tired of being misled by unqualified wannabe experts who have zero credibility or experience? If the answer is yes, now is the time to join my War Machine memberships. As a member, you're going to get exclusive access to in-depth training videos, exclusive full-feature video content, downloadable training PDFs, and direct insights you're not going to find anywhere else. Plus, you're going to have direct access to me in the comment section of all my videos. So if you have questions, you're going to get real, detailed answers from me and not some random keyboard warrior. So if you're serious about mastering real-world combat skills, hit the join button below and start training like a true war machine. Now, let's get back to the lesson.
Mike and Tim are now going to perform an advanced drill. We refer to this as bifurcation training within the palm-to-palm drill. And what they're going to do is they're going to have to occupy their mind, specifically the analytical side of their mind, with a ridiculous task such as, say, reciting the alphabet backwards or saying multiples of a particular number. And what this is going to do, it's going to force them to have to tap into the analytical part of their mind while at the same time defending against the various attacks that have been featured in this DVD. Okay, so we're going to start off with multiples of 6 while they do the palm-to-palm drill. Okay, begin with 6, multiples of 6, guys.
6, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 56.
And they're doing this drill with the eyes open.
12, 18,
Keep focusing on the numbers, guys. This is not easy, it's hard. Focus on the numbers.
30, 48, 49,
Keep going, guys.
42,
Keep going through the numbers. Tap into the analytical process.
56.
The key is not the numbers here, right? The key is to being able to defend yourself against these various attacks. Nice job.
18,
To defend yourself against these attacks while your mind is preoccupied. Remember, criminals attack you when you're not prepared, so you have to rely on instinctual responses. This helps develop that.
32, 36, 60, 42, 66.
There are a lot of different forms of bifurcation training. Here's another one. You can recite the alphabet backwards while doing the palm-to-palm drill. Okay, guys? Ready and begin.
Z, Y, X,
Focus on the letters.
U, W,
T,
R, S, T,
Focus on the letters. Keep the eyes open. Focus on the letters.
P, Q, N, M, L, O, M,
K,
Don't forget the foot sweep. Focus on the letters.
H, G,
Good.
F, E,
Come on, Tim. Focus on the letters. What letter are you on?
J,
Keep going.
I,
E, D,
Analytical process.
H, B,
Let these attacks and defenses be instinctual. Keep going.
Z.
Very hard stuff, guys. This is very hard. Good.
U.
If you really want to make this difficult, you can do it with the eyes shut, but they're not. The eyes are open.
Z. B. Y. W. T. S.
If you want to punch harder and faster, you need to train the entire speed chain, not just one piece of it. Start applying what you learned today. Stay consistent, and you'll quickly notice a major difference in both your speed and your power. If you're serious about taking your speed to the next level, get the full CFA Speed Chain Training Series at sammyfranco.com. Or click the join button below to become a War Machine Elite member and start streaming Volume 1 and 2 right now, along with a full library of exclusive training content. Thanks for watching, train hard, stay safe, and I'll see you guys at the next video.
From the ancient Colosseum, where gladiators lived and died, to the storm-torn seas, where iron met flesh upon shattered decks, to the battlefield, where wrath carved kingdoms in blood, bone, and steel, we follow the War Machine. War Machine Chronicles celebrates the warrior archetype, the ethos society seeks to suppress, to soften, to erase. From the age of iron and blood, where warriors roared defiance in the face of death, to all men who still feel the war drum beat beneath their skin, written for fighters, soldiers, and survivors. For those who still walk the edge, it is transformation, forged to harden the mind, discipline the body, and sharpen the will. War Machine Chronicles, not just a book, it's a sacred codex of wrath. Over 300 pages, more than 100 haunting illustrations, combat verse, and lethal philosophy forged by Sammy Franco. War Machine Chronicles, not just a story, but a weapon. It teaches, it tests, it transforms. War Machine Chronicles, available now on Amazon in hardcover, paperback, and Kindle.